how does it work creating, designing something new? I was pondering this on the way here. Does it start with a need? Does it start with an ask? Or are you simply brainstorming, going outside the box in a group and trying to figure out what is the coolest thing we can invent next?
Yeah, I have the fortunate opportunity to have some employees that are very creative themselves, and we toss ideas around, and we just try to find a niche market that we know it'll be an interesting game that will draw, especially some of the older children, because I know you can have a very gorgeous design of traditional playgrounds. They look beautiful, beautiful plastics and slides and decks, but the entire budget goes to the erecting the game from the ground, meaning it looks very nice, but the play value starts to take some significant decrease because everything is going into the structure to keep it off the ground and or have it standing. So, in most cases, if you took the slide away, you're taking the heart of the structure. So this is what really challenges my thoughts and what do we design next, and how is it going to bring back an 8, 9, 10, 12-year-old child to the park and utilize the equipment because they find it extremely exciting. So that's always at the forefront of the challenge. Would a 12-year-old child come back to the park and use this equipment? And if they do, is it going to be safe? So
Right.
it's typically what leads our thinking. For example, we have a game that will hold around 90 children.
Okay.
It's a very large spinning game, and the floor is a 20-foot diameter floor. And as it spins, we have 4 spinning pods as well that spin counter from what your actions are going to. So if you can imagine simply saying a double spinning action. So I can assure you that if a 12, 13, 14, 16, 18-year-old child or adolescent or
Teenager?
teenager, come to the park and utilize, we know we have a huge hit.
Yeah.
But that's what we focus on, is how can we bring, because I know for sure if those kids are playing, then the 8-year-olds and down are dying to get on it as
Absolutely.
well.
And
Right.
that's what I was thinking.
Yes.
Are adults your gauge
Yes.
for success?
They are. Mom and dad
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
grandpas, grandmas, babysitters, they all want to get on. And it's pretty interesting to watch it if you go into a park and you see it in action. It's interesting because the mother or the babysitter will grab the child, sit down on the floor, and let some of the other ones spin. But again, what you see is a group action of children playing together in society with interacting.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, it is. And I'm glad you said that, because when I looked at the pictures of all the various equipment on your website, I thought, man, I'd love to try that. Like 13-year-old Cedric would love to try that.
Yes.
Right now,
Yes.
Cedric would like to try that one.
Yeah.
So
most of the time, the parents are the most fearful of the children getting injured because our games are very high. I mean, you can go to the park in Rockland by the riverfront,
Okay.
and we have a pyramid net there, for example, that is 27 feet off the ground.
Wow.
So it's very challenging, and most of the time, like I said, it'll be the mother typically will be afraid because the child is very high, but dad will climb up and they'll be shaking the net, and the mother is having a bit of a panic attack on the ground. But our games are extremely safe. So